Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, well measured. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Van Dijk clears without hesitation. Batistuta. Chiellini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's a shade optimistic. Xavi Alonso. And it's Aubameyang. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Great ball. And Aubameyang! He's scored!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0. Now it's Bale, now it's Aubameyang. That's a good ball out wide. Alonso. Now there's a fine ball. Chance for a shot! And a neat finish. They are purring, truly purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Tonali, quarter of an hour played. Madrid have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly... Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. Xavi Alonso is the team's great visionary. Nicely worked. And this is Dembele. Nice interception, well timed. Cafu. He's got away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Oh, it's a great ball here. And it's been hooked away. Xavi Alonso. Knocks it into space. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. Batistuta! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Has a look up and delivers. Cafu made a surge from full-back. As it turned out, good chance here! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's good play. And here's Messi. There's the delivery. And he gets rid in a hurry. Looking to play him in. And he's had it nicked away. Messi. And here's Batistuta. And this is Dembele. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Always onto this. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And we have our very first corner. And it's Neymar. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Totti. He is through here. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Xavi Alonso. Zanetti. Madrid heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. This is a promising build-up. Oh, good ball! Well read, and the danger is averted. Batistuta. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Roberto Carlos getting forward. Very nicely done. He has found the way through.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Cafu. Well, they've got it again. And here's Batistuta. Neymar. And that brings the first half to a close. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Madrid really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Madrid firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. And it's Batistuta. Tonali. Totti. Totti will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He slid in and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Tonali. Kimmich. Applies the finish! He doesn't look too happy with that.
I'm a little surprised that he actually couldn't make that count. He's so good from that range. Often he'll find the net.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Looking for the run. And this is Dembele. And this is Totti! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
No, he's had it taken off him. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's picked it up out wide. He's played it long. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Dembele. Totti. Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Tonali. And this is Totti. And it's Robertson. And it's Tonali. Passing is crisp and sharp. It's Dembele! He's got a goal! Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Madrid suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness, or this could get away from them.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Tonali. Now it's Shevchenko. And Robertson. Lukaku. That's a nicely shaped ball. Corner it is.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent. Aubameyang! It's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And now he has two. Well, that has changed. Oh, what has happened here? Aubameyang! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
You could tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he can smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
And here's Aubameyang. Now that's well seen too. Cafu with the clearance. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Shevchenko. And this is Lukaku. Filippo Inzaghi. No, not quite on the same wavelength. It's a pretty loose pass. Filippo Inzaghi. Now it's Dembele. Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard. Nice sequence of passes, this. That's a sharp pass. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he's been shifted off it. And it's Neymar. Now it's Bale. Zanetti. Bale is in a really good position out wide. Kante simply refused to be outdone there. Ball is over the line. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Cafu. Aubameyang is, of course, well known for his dancing feet.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Cafu. Tonali. That's that, the end. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're very much on the way now. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably one of the best ever. He's an incredible physical specimen and a phenomenal goal scorer. You can't question his commitment and determination either. He's always in peak condition and he'll adapt his game to whatever role is requested of him. I think he's going to have a huge impact on this team.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Played through into space. Looking for the run. And here's Roberto Carlos. Tries to pass it through. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Neymar, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Both sides exercising caution for now. Neymar does really well there, he is strong. And here's Bale. Tries to play it through. Crosses it in.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Ambitious ball here. That is good alertness. And it's Gerrard. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's going for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Madrid yet to have an attempt on goal. And it's Neymar. No outsmarting him this time. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he was quick to react. Roberto Carlos plays a sharp little ball here. Goes looking wide. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, nice touch. Messi. In by Messi. Cleared away. Messi with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Gerrard. Messi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Driving forward. So what can they make of this? Xabi Alonso was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Neymar. Played out to the left flank, and they can counter here. Can he get on the end of this? Ronaldo stood his ground strongly. He's found a way past. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Dembele. 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 Messi. Chelsea have got it back and they'll have another go. And it's Dembele. Threads one in, and that's been slipped through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Bale. Messi. And the referee has signalled for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense. It's Bale! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Rijkaard is there, and he can pick it up. Over to the right flank. Neymar. Bale. And he skips past his man, and that's aimed in. Oh, good effort! Roberto Carlos with the clearance. Zanetti.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Cross into the box. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit the good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Chelsea with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Decent chance! Madrid are looking to go forward now. Not the most accurate pass. That is a brilliant interception. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Chelsea are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Messi. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Nicely weighted ball. Shot a goal! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And there's a goal. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
Chelsea have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Aubameyang! And the keeper's glad to see the back of that.
I actually fancied him to score then, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
Chelsea can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Messi, number 11, Neymar, number 14, Cafu.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Neymar. Aubameyang is, of course, well known for his dancing feet.
Number 6, right.
Van Bouten gets over and intercepts. Neymar.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Nicked it back promptly. It's Bale! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Plays it across. And that should get the job done.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
He's found a way through. And a chance! And it's lofted through here. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that has put paid to that. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
That's beautifully weighted. And this is Dembele. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner.
Substitution on the field.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Number 15, Riker. Substitution in progress.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Can he get it through? Skims one in.
Madrid really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Roberto Carlos makes the interception. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Wriggles his way through, crosses it, he's rising! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Haaland. This looks promising. And that will be it. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling.
He's not the type to hog the limelight, but Angelo Peruzzi is a man I always thought worthy of praise.
Well, listen, Jim, few would question his record or his reputation, but I wonder what you think stands out about him.
Well, consistency for one, Peter, but I also like the calm aura he exudes. He'll go out of his way to make everything look effortless. He firmly believed that gave him the psychological edge.
He is through here! Alaba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to...
Real chance! They've scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, good-looking ball. Can he get on the end of this? Gerrard. Oh, there's a probing ball. And that has been cut short. Zanetti. And it's Xavi Alonso. And this is Ronaldo, and this is Kaut. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Aubameyang. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Aubameyang, and a chance! And he can clear it away. Gerrard, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Madrid really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And he's quick to return it. Doué is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Dembele. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Madrid always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it? Shot a goal! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Xavi Alonso is always scanning the pitch for targets. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Xavi Alonso. And it's been played through. Oh, nice touch. Alonso. That's Rijkaard. Just more than 15 minutes till half. Bale! That is special! Gareth Bale! A finish right from the top draw! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Gorgeous! Just gorgeous!
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Madrid restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Gerrard. And it's Kaut. And that's gone loose. Kimmich. Kimmich is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Well, they've got it again. Threads one in. Aubameyang! And Aubameyang! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He was played in well though, Peter. At least that gets approval all round.
Zanetti. That looks a good ball through. Aubameyang unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Pass is just off target. Half-time getting close now. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Now it's Doué. Bale. Can he spark a counter here? And back to the keeper. Chiellini. It's a pretty loose pass. Gerrard. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely spread. Tries to pass it through. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And it's half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Madrid are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Now it's Kaut. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gerrard. And it's Doué. Kaut. Doué. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's a nicely weighted pass. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Tchouaméni. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Kaut. Kaut showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Aubameyang being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Neymar. Just about up to the hour now. No, he's not getting any further than that. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And this is Raul. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rijkaard. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, he's found support out wide. Peruzzi claims comfortably. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. Neymar. Can he get it through? Bale. Out towards the flank. And this is Bale.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Chiellini. It's Xabi Alonso, and it's Bale. Aubameyang receives it in a good position here. Xabi Alonso, who does have an assist to his name. Pinches it off him. Now, what about a counter-attack? Gerrard stood up well to him there. Looking to play him in. Shot. Dembele! Dembele! Brilliant! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And the comeback is complete. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it.
It's Bale! Oh, good finish. And surely that does it. Perfect time, decisive strike. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Short changes him with that pass. Kaut looking to pass their way up the pitch. Ah, that's a fine interception. That's a cute ball. And it's Gerrard. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Xavi Alonso. Neymar. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now it's Gerrard. Kaut. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Madrid really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Time for a change in personnel. Just one in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. Madrid really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Good ball, good take. Cristiano Ronaldo! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
All hands on deck for this one. Shapes to shoot! No, just not quite.
Maldini certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
5 minutes to add. And here's Bellingham. Oh, good spread. Kimmich gets into a good position. Deftly away. Nicked it back promptly. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Mbappe. And he's managed to get free. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. It goes for a shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And there goes the final whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. And we're underway.
Andrei Shevchenko, Peter, is a player who can hurt you in so many different ways.
A striking all-rounder.
Yeah, he's got the pace to get in behind, he's got the power, he's got the aerial ability, the versatility, the work rate. He's got it all.
One of the greatest strikers of all time, surely.
Very true.
Looking for the run. Bale has it out wide and in space. He's gone for goal! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Zanetti. McAllister. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he can thump it away. McAllister. Dani Olmo. Roberto Carlos gets across to intercept that. Neymar. Space for him to turn and look. Skims one in. Nice interception, well timed. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Akanji makes the interception. Searching pass he's played there. And it's Xavi Alonso. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Fiore. He's found a way through.
Oh, really well played.
Fiore. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's Totti! It's bounced back off the post. And he's heaved it away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now he's got space here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. He has found the way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Threads one in. Can he get on the end of this? And it's been played through. And he's only too happy to take that back. Neymar. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. This looks promising. Tries one from range! No, just not quite.
I'm a little surprised that he actually couldn't make that count. He's so good from that range. Often he'll find the net.
Dembele gets flagged offside. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press. That's an imaginative pass. That is good alertness. Aimed beyond the defence. That's the keeper's ball. We've got a throw in. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Tries to pass it through. He's come in hard. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Takes a shot! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Borussia Dortmund really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Chiellini. And it's Zanetti. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Dembele. Oh, there's a probing ball. Lofted in. And he's taking no chances there. Oh, it's come loose. Referee's given a throw. Dani Olmo. Totti. Now, can they get him away? McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. Fiore plays a sharp little ball here. Xavi Alonso. Oh, they can break here. That's the throw. Chiellini. Van Bouten. Roberto Carlos. Goes looking wide. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. The second half is up and running.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager...
Aubameyang! And he hits the net! And we have liftoff! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Madrid have fired themselves in front.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Bale finding himself in space. That's good play. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And they are prompt with their pressing. Engages and forces him off the ball. Akanji, always a very imposing presence at the back. There's the shot! It's a goal! And the lead lasts no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real...
It's Totti! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. He hit that like he meant it, absolutely speared it in.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
Borussia Dortmund have their lead.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell.
And the shot! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that was as close to certain as can be.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Borussia Dortmund now in a position far more desirable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager...
Can he finish? Well, that's a fair try, but just off target. Totti. And Dani Olmo. Nice looking ball. He's in plenty of space here. Dembele. Neymar. Xavi Alonso. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Aubameyang. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Shevchenko. Neymar. And it's Aubameyang. Xavi Alonso. And it's Zanetti. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Aubameyang tries a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Serves up across. Looking for options for movement. And the finish! And that's a sharp finish. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Borussia Dortmund really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Zanetti. Well read, nice interception. Could move up a gear here. Played out towards the right wing.
Madrid really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Madrid now in a position of desperate urgency.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Substitution.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Thinks one through. That is a brilliant interception. Xavi Alonso. Oh, easy pickings there. Akanji. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Darwin. And here's Lopez. He is through here. And the shot! And no mistake. And surely now, the result beyond doubt. Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Vinicius Junior! Totti. 5 minutes to add. And here's Shevchenko. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And time is up. Madrid illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. Chiellini demonstrating again that he is the real constant in this side, indeed in this game, completing 400 appearances here today.
Yeah, his achievements are incredible. He made a commitment to this team, and he has honoured it by giving his all, week in and week out. A proper stalwart.
And here's Eto'o. Eto'o. Shot a goal! It's loose, and it's come back out to him. He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone...
Tries a shot! Neymar! What about that one? That is a gem! An absolute gem! 2, and we've barely begun here. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of...
Bale! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, disastrous start. 2 down in next to no time. Pelé. Rijkaard with the foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
That's good play from him.
Great chance! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Italy find a position of real strength now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Thuram. Passing nice and neat. Engages and forces him off the ball. Neymar did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Forced to go back. And he shoots! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Italy are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, that's fabulous. Neymar! And there's a goal. They are purring, truly purring.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Neymar. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Looking to play him in. That is good alertness. Tries to pass it through. Madrid are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Xavi Alonso. And it's Neymar. Some really good ball movement. And it's Xavi Alonso. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Eto'o. And here's Eto'o. And here's Hullet. Nice control. Van Bouten, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Aubameyang. He's got away. Now, can they get him away? Now he's off and running. Neymar. Aubameyang. Neymar has got himself a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
While sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. That gets us going once more.
Madrid really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
And here's Neymar, played back. And it's Xavi Alonso.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything.
Hullet producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Rijkaard. Alonso. Aubameyang. Nesta deals with that comfortably. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for options for movement. Messi.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Messi.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And this is Messi. Oh, shooting chance! And a neat finish. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Some resolute defending there. Zanetti. Xavi Alonso. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Mbappe! Oh, he's been caught napping! Mbappe! Well taken goal. And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Rijkaard. Mbappe. Aubameyang. Under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Mbappe. And the shot! Oh, super goal! About as smooth as it gets. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Messi. Messi makes a move down the right, and he's managed to get free. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Van Balten trying to keep this in. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Neymar. Over to the right flank. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's an excellent interception.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Could move up a gear here. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, that is and a shot! And no mistake. And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And here's Mbappe. And here's Hullet. Neymar. And they can counter here. Dembele. That'll be a throw. Hullet is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Neymar. Xavi Alonso. And the counter is on. That's Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Not the most convincing of passes. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So straight into the action. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Achraf Hakimi, who has proven himself in many of the top leagues at such a young age, Peter. He's tactically very astute, he's versatile anywhere on that right flank, and you see him make overlap after...
On the finish! It's in! Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Lovely bit of skill. Tries one from range. And it's in. 2-0 and in next to no time. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Red Star are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Messi. Chiellini cuts out the pass. Oh, disastrous start. 2 down in next to no time. Nemecha. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Van Dijk. Raya. Kaká. Nemecha. Passes short and sharp. And it's Van Dijk. That could spell trouble. Looking for the run. And he's picked it up out wide. He's found a way through. Hakimi. Now it's Kaká.
Oh, really well played.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Nemecha is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Now it's Aubameyang. Zanetti. Now it's Bale. And here's Dembele. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mateus, Nemecha, and Hakimi, and it's Kaká, Van Dijk, and that's been slipped through. Schlotterbeck cuts it out. Half an hour played now. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Mateus. And that has left him in a heap. And it's Messi. And that's a dangerous... Mbappe! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Rijkaard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Played out wide. Zanetti. That's going across goal. Cleared away. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Roberto Carlos concedes a free kick for that. Madrid are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Schlotterbeck. Messi. Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, important interception. Now it's Messi. Now it's Mbappe. Kvaratskhelia. He's got away. Van Bouten did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Xavi Alonso.
Un minuto de descuento.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And for the first half, that is that. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here, but there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Kvaratskhelia has it in a wide position. He is just caressing the ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Xavi Alonso. Can he get on the end of this? And Aubameyang! And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Out towards the flank. Hakimi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Mateus, renowned for his long-range shooting. Roberto Carlos. Chiellini. Nicely weighted ball. He's having a pop! Gareth glittering Bale! A finish right from the top draw. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Neymar wins the duel this time.
Madrid have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
Xavi Alonso is the team's great visionary.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Nemecha. Mateus. Now Kaká. Can he get it through? He's in a great position here. And the shot's on here. Roberto Carlos. Neymar. Spread it left. Now it's Aubameyang. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
That's a good ball. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Madrid choosing to make the first change. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
Madrid perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Zanetti. And it's Xavi Alonso. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kaká going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Bale. Chance! And no mistake. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 20.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Madrid are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Oh, shooting chance! Well taken goal. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Madrid leading now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department. Madrid nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Now it's Inzaghi. And this is Inzaghi. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Roberto Carlos defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And the keeper's got it again. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Roberto Baggio. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Neymar.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's beaten the last man. Inzaghi. And that is as far as it goes. Madrid have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Juve voted man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game. Reflections?
What a game, what a show of character it was.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're very much on the way now. Well, they do call it the beautiful game, and the man we see before us now personifies all that is good about it. He is known simply as the King.
It's as though the game was made especially for him.
Voted the greatest player of the 20th century, but he is so much more than just that. He is a symbol of charisma, of leadership, of sportsmanship. He is the one and only Pelé. Well, that has not gone well. And it's Dembele. Rijkaard. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, such a clever touch. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rafael Leao. Plays a sharp little ball here. It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Pelé, Diouf, and he's made sure that's not getting through. And he can clear it away. Both sides exercising caution for now. A searching ball out wide. Bale in acres of space out wide. That's good play. Knocks it into space. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Passes short and sharp. And the shot! Off the post! Deftly away. That's a lovely pass. And that's a good ball. And he has been fouled there. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Searching pass he's played there. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Xavi Alonso is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Rijkaard. And he's played it back. Now, can they get him away? Bale. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Madrid have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. And here's Aubameyang. That's a lovely, neat pass. Kante did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. No, he's not getting past him there. Looking for options for movement. Pelé! It's Pelé! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
And it's Rijkaard. And here's Neymar. And that's played in low. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Rijkaard.
Madrid certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of the...
Bale! Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois!
Bale really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Shot could be on. Neymar. Oh, that is a nice touch. Brilliantly cut out. And that was very necessary. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Rafael Leao. He's beaten the last man. There's the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
This is a promising build-up. Oh, good ball! And he's there to make the block. This possibly the last play of the half. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. It's Alonso! And it's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as...
And that is indeed the final act. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So straight into the second half.
Madrid have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Van Bouten. Xavi Alonso. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Neymar. Rijkaard. And it's Neymar. Kante does really well to win the ball there. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Juve. Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Timber. Rafael Can he finish? Xavi Alonso. Neymar. Tries to pass it through. He's through here. And this is Dembele. And it's been hooked away. Corner number 2 then. And he's gone looking for safety. And it's Roberto Carlos. Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Bale. And it's Dembele. That's a good ball. Great chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Corner number 3 coming up. And a header! But he's left disappointed.
Bale certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
A probing pass. No luck with that dink over the top. Neymar. That's a little off target. Good running, strong and purposeful. Spread neatly. Zanetti, who's set up one goal so far. Xavi Alonso, pressing high and with purpose. Neymar. Ball played for Rijkaard. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Rijkaard. Chance for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Aubameyang actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Corner number 4 coming up here.
Gerard, el dorsal 17, el dorsal 22. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
O'Reilly tries to clear.
el dorsal 3, el dorsal 6. Cambio de jugadores.
Just about up to 75 minutes. And it's Roberto Carlos. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Real chance! That's going to go a long way.
Madrid really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Oh, well played. Mbappe. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Neymar cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs...
Shot a goal! In he goes again! And a goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
So we have a breakthrough and a chance! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Diouf really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Pass somewhat off target. Pelé.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he has shown him a yellow card.
Madrid really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Madrid clearly now in lead preservation mode. Neymar. And it's Bale. Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Goes down, but nothing given. Pelé. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chiellini. And there goes the final whistle. Madrid have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed... Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. This then the greatest show on the grandest stage. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, this guy, Bruno Guimaraes, is going to be the man who I see as the one who brings balance to the team. I think when he's on the ball, yes, he can be a strong runner, but he's become a very central pivot now in making sure that he helps break lines going forward and denies line breaking for his defence. So he's become a big factor now in any team he functions in.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. And it's Kubo. Now it's Rafinha. Marquinhos. Nicely weighted ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Brazil yet to have an attempt on goal. Marquinhos. Rivaldo. Turns back here, probably the best option. And he's forced to go back. Played into space. Lovely pass. There's the shot! Goal! Japan!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Great ball if he can get there. This might... shapes to shoot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Kamada with the short one. Kubo! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance, but he seems to have rushed the finish. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Out of play for a goal kick. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Kubo. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Now it's Rivaldo. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Kamada. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Kubo looking to add to his goal. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for the run. Can he finish? It's off target and by quite a way.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Now it's Rivaldo. Now it's Bruno Guimaraes. Brazil ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And smartly reclaimed. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's made its way to it. He's having a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
No way through there. Spread it left. It's a promising position. That's very neat. And it's Kamada. Space for him to turn and look. Can he get it through? Backward it goes. Rivaldo. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Brazil trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So off we go again.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent, and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Always goal side. Real chance! Dispatched clinically. Brazil are back in business. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Doan. Decent chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Rafinha. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Rafinha. And the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Terrific effort! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Maida gets it clear. And he's managed to get free. The ball goes... Towering header! No, not the best of headers. Who saw this coming? It's turned into a real fight to the last. And here's Kubo.
That was lovely, that.
Now who's going to be first to this? Maida.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that's really well manoeuvred. Stood up well to him there. And this is Rivaldo. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Caresses it through. Can he latch on to this? Good ball, good take. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
He's had a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's Marquinhos. Japan have the chance to go the other way. Bruno Guimaraes. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rapidly approaching the end. It does seem we're headed for extra time here, unless, of course, there is one last dramatic twist.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And it's Kamada. It's a really well-measured ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And a header! Danilo with the clearance.
Japan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Oh, shooting chance!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Played back in. Deflected behind for a corner kick. So here comes a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
It's a sweeping cross. And it's been hooked away. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Rafinha. That has been slung wide. Goes for a shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Shoots! Oh, that could be pivotal! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And that's that. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Brazil really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.